the Bharat Jodo Yatra in Rajasthan. It's going to be traversing the eastern part of the state for 17 days and will cover over 500 kilometers. But there are lots and lots of issues in the Yatra which are actually the subtext of the Yatra, which are perhaps uppermost in everybody's minds. I have with me Sachin ji. Sachin ji, thank you so much for speaking to us. Yesterday Jairam Ramesh said that this Yatra is not just about winning elections. But the point is that in 11 months, Rajasthan is going into an election. And definitely, as someone who's even headed the party once in Rajasthan, you're going to be looking at the electoral impact. After all, that's why you're in politics, isn't it?
You see, the Yatra per se is not there to garner votes. That this Yatra has a much larger, deeper mission at hand, which is to express solidarity with people who are hurting today. Issues of unemployment, poverty, price rise. It's glaring, but yet people in Delhi who run the country are unwilling to accept or give relief to the people. So Mr. Gandhi and all the other Yatris who've travelled more than 2,000 kilometers already in the last 90 days have done a tremendous and historical job, which is to galvanize people from all walks of life. And what is he doing? He's not even accusing anyone. He's just saying, I'm here to listen to you. And people have always said, Congress dikti nahi hai, sadko pe utarte nahi hai. So we are on the street now for the last 3 months, and I think it has a great resonance with almost every Indian in this country, irrespective of which party he or she may support. So to answer your question, elections are in Karnataka in 4 months' time. So elections come, many times in a year. Rajasthan will face elections in 11 months. It is the responsibility for all of us who are in the state to take some political advantage of the Yatra when it goes through the state after traveling 500 kilometers. So it's up to us to take, and how we can enthuse our workers. But the Yatra per se is not there to win elections. It's there to give a message of solidarity, raise pertinent issues, and the sense of acrimony in society that is now very prevalent. How to, diffuse that situation and talk about brotherhood and harmony and, the sort of communal tension that comes up off and on. That is not healthy for anybody. So the Yatra's objective is not to win elections, but as political workers, it is our responsibility to take whatever we can as a political dividend because of this Yatra.
Well, you're talking about the optics of the Yatra in one sense. So I want to talk about a picture that is going viral today. It's a picture of you walking with Rahul Gandhi. And let me tell you, Sachin has been he's up at 6. He walks the entire Yatra.
6?
I mean at 4 and then you start walking at 6. So yeah, but there's a picture. We're talking about the optics of a Yatra. And there's a picture that's going viral today. It's a picture of him with Rahul Gandhi. And Rahul Gandhi's got his hand on your shoulder. I don't know if you know that, but someone's clicked it and everyone's discussing that. So is that hand on your shoulder, that hand, how strong is the hand?
If you see Mr. Gandhi, I think he's embracing everyone who comes across. He's holding children, holding hands of women, old people, just to show that, we are here to listen to you, to hear you, and to take your issues forward. So I don't think it's about 1 or 2 people, but the Yatra itself is a very it's a very emotional affair for people who, I've seen the response. You can only feel this Yatra when you walk and understand the atmosphere that gets generated when the Yatra passes through. So it's not about accusing somebody else or finding faults in the government per se, but issues of the people, to show solidarity, harmony with everyone, and to spread love and affection amongst each other, which is what our culture is all about, for thousands of years. So this Yatra, I think, is achieving that objective. And I don't think in recent times anybody has undertaken such a mammoth exercise to travel non-stop every day for 90 days, 2,500 kilometers from Kanyakumari, and now we're already in Rajasthan. The Yatra will go up north towards Punjab and Haryana and then to Jammu and Kashmir. So this is a tremendous effort, and all respect to people who have walked the Yatris. 140 of them are walking continuously non-stop. So it's a huge undertaking.
Yeah. But then you're talking about like we were talking about the political impact of the Yatra, whether it will help you win an election. What else do you think will help you win an election? I'm going to ask you a very direct question. Do you think changing the chief minister will help you win the next election?
I think leadership issue will be discussed and sorted out by the party, whatever they need to do. All of us have to work together because, 2013 when we lost the election, we were reduced to 21 seats out of 200. At that point, people didn't give us a chance. I remember some of you were asking me questions, in 2013, December. Now what will happen? Congress is, on its way out. But we worked hard, we were there every day, challenging the government, and we worked hard and we formed the government. So there is no reason why, if we work hard now, that we can't form the government again. And
but what about the revolving door of politics in Rajasthan?
So that's been happening for 25, 30 years, but everything can change. We have to have the will and the strategy to do it. There is no reason why we can't repeat the government.
But how do you fight anti-incumbency?
It can be converted into pro-incumbency. Many states in India where Congress party has had 2 or 3 terms. In Delhi we've had 3 terms. In Assam we had 3 terms. In Haryana we had 2 terms. So I think that logic doesn't hold water that we can't repeat because there's a trend. Everything can be changed. Many states used to have this revolving door policy, but people put an end to it. Effective sort of coordination and hard work will give that result.
But do you think changing the chief ministerial face puts an end to revolving?
You see,
changes
it's not for me to comment because that's something that will happen from the AICC if and when they decide to do what they would decide to do. But all of us are looking at how we can repeat the government. And not just me, every leader in Rajasthan says that. Every worker, every MLA, every minister, we all want that. Because unless we win these 3 states, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, it's very important for us. And I keep saying that Congress party has to win elections in the different states. Karnataka, for example, or Himachal. When we form governments in states, that leads up to our getting stronger for the Lok Sabha elections in 2024. And I think UPA, Congress and our allies, if we work together, we can easily displace the NDA government in 24.
Last question. I know, politics is a lot about discourse and narratives and you have to be thick-skinned in politics. Just one thing I want to ask you. That, the words that were used against for you, you're a politician, you give all the right answers, but somewhere, did you feel a little sad at what was said about you?
I don't want to go into the past. What has happened. But yes, you're right, I'm a politician and like you said, I give very correct answers, but I'm also a human being. So obviously one feels sad and hurt. But then you have to move on. The larger objective is not about me feeling good or bad or someone else feeling good or bad. We have a job at hand, we have a mission at hand, we have to win this election, so we have to move forward with positivity. And whoever said whatever said, it's all in the past. There's no point, talking about it now. But from my point of view, it's very clear that in public life, I try and maintain dignity in discourse because the minute you go down the slope, there's no coming back. So we have to look forward, we have to be positive, and I take everything in that spirit that we have to move on.
Thank you so much for talking to us. So Sachin Pilot speaking to NDTV.